Orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all. My stock portfolio: cervical orgasms, G-spot orgasms, best ROI ever. We often talk about the connection between sex and money around here. If you believe in the chakra system, sex, money, and creativity are all second chakra issues. What I have seen over the decades of doing this work is that when people rev up their sexual energy, they inevitably become more creative. They begin to align with their true calling and vocations in life, and they get rich. They will often say that money fell into my lap, and I will say, yeah, because your lap is what attracted it. Most people never make the connection between their stagnant sex lives and their stagnant financial lives. After seeing this principle in action for over 30 years now in my own life and in working with thousands of clients, I speak to it as confidently as I do. Sexual energy is our life force energy. When people are sexually stuck, it's like a vortex that sucks everything else in their lives into it. Their health suffers, their work suffers, obviously their marriage suffers, and their finances suffer. When they are in flow, living a life of bliss and orgasms, especially cervical orgasms, which we'll get to in a minute, they not only become cause rather than effect in their lives, but they naturally attract opportunities, people, and cash. Energy in equals energy out. In this case, we want the energy going deep within where it has the most impact and quantum payout, your vagina. The deeper you go, the more riches you get. When I look around in the personal growth world at people flogging nervous system resets and breath work and microdosing, I actually feel a bit sorry for them because they have missed the magic bullet: sexual energy. Some of them eventually come around. There's a bunch of biohackers daring to talk about sex now. But for the most part, these people are flailing about, getting half measures of success because they never hit on the core issue: stuck sexual energy. You can go to every full moon dance and cacao ceremony and ayahuasca week in Costa Rica and shadow work and ice bath and nervous system reset and yoga retreat in the world, and you will never come close to the payout you get from investing in your sexual energy and in your vagina. You literally have the super highway of the universe, of life force energy itself, of creation at your fingertips, if only you knew how to use it. Nothing comes close to the personal growth tool of pussy stocks, where you can take your dividends in clitoral orgasms, nipplegasms, G-spot orgasms, squirting ejaculations, and anal orgasms, and the biggest return on your investment of all, cervical orgasms. Cervical orgasms are the culmination of a deep dive into yourself. They require the ultimate shadow work for you to pass through. They are a test of endurance, strength, and the courage of vulnerability all at once. Once you pass through that portal, the great gateway between life, death, and rebirth, you have all of that creative energy at your disposal. The keys to the queendom are in your vagina. We access them through awakening it and turning it on. We've been talking over the last few weeks in the podcast about reviving numb vaginas to the point where they can act as a literal GPS in your life, the ultimate cock radar and decision-making apparatus, as it should be. Once the deeper orgasms get flowing, they are the medicine for everything. Painful periods, gone. Despite the allopathic marketing machine telling women periods suck, when you come to know your own vagina and what it's capable of, your periods become sacred portals for accessing higher dimensions of consciousness. Quite a different story than Western medicine would have you accept, isn't it? Torturous PMS? Gone. I too wanted to kill myself for 2 weeks out of every month. This is not normal. Once I dove into sexual shadow work, cleared my blockages, and tapped into my feminine energy and power to create my life with, all of that stopped. I grew to love my periods as spiritual openings, and I didn't have any of the crazy mood fluctuations anymore. Troublesome menopause, gone. Difficult menopause is symptomatic of one main thing: stuck sexual energy. Are you seeing a theme here? When women study my work, they will go from hot flashes to hot asses during the course of a salon. They regain sensation and bliss in the vagina, and they opt out of the programming that menopause is the end of the road for your sex life and being attractive. They do need to invest in more panties, though, because they keep soaking through the ones they have with all of that gushing natural lubrication they now produce. Speaking of getting your lube from a bottle, gone. Fuck you, Naomi Watts, and your post-acting career attempt at starting a lube business, trying to make women feel like they shouldn't be ashamed for needing lube. Well, you don't need to feel ashamed, but the point is that there is a solution. Invest in your vagina, not in Naomi's lube company. Every woman can be lubricating naturally at any age and stage of their lives. The number one physical reason they don't is because they have a weak, under-exercised vagina. Easy solution. Exercise that fucker and tell Naomi to get fucked. Underfucked road rage, gone. All of your stuck sexual energy comes out in untoward ways. It's the ultimate expression of hysterical fukme. Females utterly freaking out about absolutely nothing due to lack of phallic shapes near, in, or around their vaginas, leading to cataclysmic psychopathic moments of intense and troubling repressed sexual tension. Otherwise known as fukme. And now that you're having life-changing orgasms, your emotions balance out and you literally get the shit and the toxins fucked out of you. You live in ease and grace and flow. Stubborn belly fat and extra emotional baggage in the form of body weight? Gone. You metabolize your long-standing issues at a rapid rate and the pounds evaporate. You don't need to do anything different with your diet or exercise, except exercise your vagina and fuck yourself more thoroughly and powerfully, and oof, there goes the weight. And it's off to the alterationist to take in those pants. Trampoline terror from incontinence. Gone. We've seen women reverse decades-old incontinence within 1 week of their jade egg practice. Cysts and growths. Gone. Nothing alchemizes your unresolved, packed away issues in the form of unwanted growths as quickly as activating your sexual energy. Financial strife. Gone. We have countless stories of women drawing in abundance in the form of career opportunities and literal cash from tapping into their vaginal orgasms. From a practical perspective, you could add up the costs of bottles of lube, Depends diaper undergarments for incontinence, birth control pills, and hormones prescribed for all things menstrual, menopausal, and, acne and other random shit. Antidepressants, physical and pelvic floor therapy, emotional and psychological therapy, organ removal, most of which are ongoing commitments, though I suppose they will eventually run out of organs to take out, but they can keep you going on the lifelong multi-level marketing hormone program. Recently, I have seen psycho OBGYNs telling women that they ought to microneedle their vaginas, do hyaluronic acid treatments, and Morpheus skin tightening for their vaginas. Bitch, just get a fucking jade egg and be done with it. All of this effort and money and disempowerment to avoid actually exercising their vaginas. All of these things involve outsourcing your power and being permanently reliant on someone or something else to give you only temporary band-aids to mask your symptoms. Or you can go straight to the source and find a permanent cure. Exercise your vagina and fuck the shit out of yourself. Microdose that, bitch. It works for me and our legions of well-fucked all-stars. You can knock it all out with the magic bullet of your vagina and cervical orgasms. Do you even invest? I will argue anyone that cervical orgasms are the greatest, most quantum return on investment of anything out there. Mic drop. The Vaginal Kung Fu Salon is open for registration now. Get your quantum vagina with multidimensional talents of ecstasy generator, ejaculate squirter, financier, GPS, and ping pong ball shooter. For more on how you too can get one of these Kung Fu vaginas, go to kimanami.com, look for Sexual Savant Salons, and click on Vaginal Kung Fu. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe and also leave a review. And send someone else the gift of a healthy libido and an off-the-charts love life by sharing this episode with them. We'll be back next week, and in the meantime, many happy orgasms.